Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review, or this video, we're going to take a look back at some classic figures from DC Collectibles. So we're going to be looking at the Earth 2 line of figures from DC Collectibles. This was part of the New 52 initiative from DC Comics back in the day. And I say back in the day, it was literally maybe 15 years ago now. Was it 2010 when the New 52 made its debut? Could be at least 13 to 15 years ago that these figures came out. So this is based on the Earth 2 comic book series, which featured a new like JSA on Earth 2. So you had reimaginings of Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, and I say reimagining, but it was so interesting because as you can see, it's like modernized, up-to-date versions of Green Lantern and the Flash, which we'll get into more when we look at each figure. But really cool way they approach this this line. We also have two different Batmans here. I'm not going to talk about who's under the cowl. Read the comic if you haven't. I thought the first few story arcs, especially, I think it was James Robinson who wrote it, were really well done. We have Hawkgirl there in the back. We'll talk about all of these figures. Before we talk about them, though, Wonder Woman, I didn't actually have her, so I ordered her off eBay. She was really cheap, and I thought we'd just look at the packaging just as we go through this little nostalgia trip here. So here's some classic DC Collectibles packaging. There's the DC peeling logo from back in the day. Again, back in the day. It wasn't that long ago, for God's sakes. There's the artwork, all very New 52 looking. I love this, where they say based on the art of Nicola Scout, sculpted by Karen Palinko. Really love seeing credit to the artist and the sculptor there. There are the figures on the back here. I think these are all the ones they made for the New 52 line. I'm sorry, for the Earth 2 line specifically. So I think these are all of them. I could be wrong, but I think this is the whole set. But anyways, without further ado, I'll get Wonder Woman out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look at each figure. Alright, so let's talk about each one of these figures. So, first of all, the QC, the quality control on these guys was not the best. They were all had issues. Like Hawkgirl's arm is glued together, Batman's leg is glued on. These all snapped really easily. And yeah, I don't know why. It was just seemed like, especially with the Earth 2 figures, if anyone in the comments below had these figures or has them, let me know if you experienced the same issues with your ones. But all of my Earth 2 ones had issues. So there's that. But let's start with Green Lantern here. And as you can see, the suit's already started to like fade a little bit there, so it's not really standing the test of time. But as far as the suit goes, I dig this suit. I love this interpretation of Green Lantern. I'm a big fan of Elseworlds and different takes on our favorite characters, and I really love what they did here. And then the origin of Green Lantern is very different in the comic books as well. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, just in case you want to go read it, but very different from our modern Green Lantern or current Green Lantern. And it's Alan Scott. It's cool how they like reinvented this for the modern age and did a different spin on everything with these characters. But yeah, there's Alan Scott. I like the head sculpt on that. Love the design of the suit. Love the metallic going on there, except that it's sort of peeling away now, so that's a bummer. But the rest of the figure is still pretty sturdy. Again, I'm not going to move it around too much just because I don't want to snap anything. But yep, really dig this Green Lantern. Let's put him back over there. We'll put him down here because he's going to fall over. Next up, we have the Flash, Jay Garrick, and you can see one of his wingtips did snap off, unfortunately. This design I'm mixed on. I kind of like the suit. Don't really care for the helmet, the way they did the helmet here. But the suit I really like. I like the suit quite a bit. I think it's pretty interesting design there. But yeah, I like this figure. Not my favorite Flash design. I don't think it needs blue in it. You know, it's a Flash. Just be red and yellow. But, you know, hey, it's a new universe. They had to do something different, I suppose. But there you go. I do like the metallic red, though, and the metallic gold. So I think that looks pretty nice. But a bummer that wingtip broke off there. But there you go. There's the Flash. Next up is Superman. Oh, Superman. That head sculpt is a little to be desired. He looks really young, Like, I don't know what was going on here. Almost looks like a bootleg, but I swear I bought this at a comic book store, so definitely a real figure. But yeah, the face sculpt, it's okay, but definitely a little wonky about it. But I dig the suit. I love the suit. I love the design of the S logo. The belt looks great. The cape, I really like. Oh, you can see how it's again not surviving the test of time very well there. But overall, the suit design, I dig. I like what they went for here with the suit. It's just that head sculpt. I usually don't do custom heads and things like that, but this is one where I'm very tempted to replace the head on it because I'm not a fan. Kind of almost looks like Brandon Routh in some ways, but there you go. Still, as far as the Superman costume goes, I really like the costume, but just don't really care for that head sculpt. All right, next up is Wonder Woman. So my newest edition, as I just opened her up, and again, I'm not going to move around too much because, all right, I was a little nervous even just moving that. I like this design, very classic Wonder Woman. They didn't really go for anything too drastic here. Love the blue and the red. I love the metallic sheen there. The face sculpt is pretty good. Came with a sword. The sword isn't bowing. A very solid sword, at least. There you go. And now I just dropped it. I like when they put the lasso like that, because if they try to do bendy wire and things, I always lose that thing, so I'm glad it's just attached. But yeah, overall, nice looking Wonder Woman. Nothing too different from her modern appearance. It's, actually, I look at the logo on the chest. This is more of a classic, updated Wonder Woman, right? I do like that. I like the tiara as well. I like the way that came out. But yeah, nice looking Wonder Woman there. All right, next up we'll do one of the Batmans. So I love this Batman. This is my favorite Batman, or my favorite figure of the wave. One of my favorites that they produced in the new 52. I just put his baton there in his arm so you can see how he's ready to play the drums. But I love the belt. The belt looks fantastic. The way it holds as a scream of sticks or whatever those are, I dig. I love the spikes. Something really cool about the spikes on the armor and the way the Bat logo is done there. There's the back of it. This one's held up pretty nicely over the time. I don't know. I just really love this figure. I don't remember if the ears were that bent when I first got it. Probably not. He's been stored away. But I like the head sculpt quite a bit as well. Just a really cool looking Batman. The silhouette, especially with the spikes, I think is just really sharp. Even the logo on the bat, on the boots with the bat there, I think is great. The texture of the suit reminds me a little bit of the Batman Incorporated suit from DC Collectibles, one of my favorite Batman figures from that era. But yeah, I think they did a great job with this. It's almost like medieval in nature, but modern. Yeah, I love this Batman. Speaking of Batman, let's go to another Batman. Again, we'll talk about who is behind the mask of these Batmen, but you know, here's a red. This one's got a red, gray, and black motif. The logo in the middle and the red there, very 1966 Batmobile, you know, homage there. Or homage. I don't know. So I dig that. I love the red eyes, of course. Looks really nice. This is glued on, so I can't move them around too much, but still love the simplistic design of the figure. Very nice Batman. So both of the Batmans I did quite a bit. And last but not least, Hawkgirl. And I really love the wings here. Very angelic, you know? And I like the white and the blue that they got going on there. She did come with, I think, her mace, but I don't know where it is. She's got like a weapon there as well, a gun. But this arm is glued solid, so there's that. You can see her hair there is really long, kind of comes all the way down. But yeah, very nice Hawkgirl figure. So there you go. I like that the wings don't go out too much, so she can actually stand on the shelf. Let's see how these figures, scale-wise, compare to like a modern McFarlane figure. So there you go. There is the Action Comics 1000 Superman next to the Earth 2 Superman and the Wonder Woman. He looks pretty good next to the Wonder Woman, actually. They scale pretty nicely together. But even though these are 7-inch figures, and McFarlane are 7-inch, they are on the smaller side of 7-inch scale. So wouldn't exactly mix in great with McFarlane, but not terribly off either. I'm sorry, just knocked the camera there. But there you go. There's a look at some Earth 2 figures from DC Collectibles. Hope you enjoyed this stroll down memory lane, looking at these classic figures. Again, this Batman is really awesome, and this guy did not break on me so far. So maybe that's another reason why he's one of my favorites. But look at that costume, just a great costume. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate your time. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and have a great day.